In this video, I will explore Ka, Chi, and Ki. I will also help you understand the divine order and how it's defined, and why it must be that way, and why it is fair. And I will talk about continuity, honorable and dishonorable continuities. A righteous man is naturally inclined to study the injustice in society, and he places the source of the injustice in its proper context. The righteous man develops a spiritual sensitivity that will either consume him or it will be directed toward conquering evil. True martial artists and true martial arts are about the refinement of this righteous indignation, mind, body, soul, and spirit. The activities of calming oneself vary from art to art depending on their accompanying honor code or lack thereof. And they complement the intense, rigorous training activities of that art. So in other words, when the Kung Fu guy balances his chi, it's in a way that complements his strikes and his particular application of energy in that strike. Okay. Crimes of passion and the most deplorable crimes contribute to the true martial artist's righteous indignation. One's ability to use moral, mental, and spiritual clarity to understand the true source of these crimes is profoundly related to one's ability to understand the true source of their opponent's power and success. The true meaning of the yin-yang to the light temple martial artist is the dividing line is beneath the hawk spirit warrior artist's feet. He's trampling evil, left foot in line with the heart symbolically. And the darkness of evil is trampled every time he steps with the Spirit of God flowing through his heart. So again, is the dividing line is beneath the hawk spirit warrior artist's feet. And the darkness of evil is trampled every time he steps with the Spirit of God flowing through his heart. There is no accepting evil. That is where the line is. Evil always exists, and you have to conquer it with the Spirit of righteousness, the Spirit of God. The key, with an E, to someone's heart implies a worldly energy-based technique that causes one to lower their defenses or allows one to outmaneuver a specific individual's defenses and to get to their heart. So this is the key to their heart using psychology, using mainstream culture, using controlled opposition techniques, using techniques that are outside the divine order and the true source of love, which is God. Okay, the key to their heart is money, it is food. These things should not allow someone to fall in love with you. In fact, they don't. That is affection and psychology. That is the bad spell. It is magic and sorcery. A picture is superior to a symbol because a symbol is like giving someone conscious blinders, and it slows down their understanding of what they're trying to communicate. The picture makes clear the idea. If I was to draw a picture, I would draw the sun and a man with both his hands up like this, perhaps in different martial arts ways. He's used to conveying spiritual power through the hands, most of all, the right hand of God, so to speak, your hand on your heart. And he is drawing on the spirit in the energy of the sun, the spirit that is there through the sun gate. Okay, and his gate is his heart. Okay, he's drawing on it and it's going to his heart. Over time, he's building up the spirit. He's moving more and more in righteous indignation, and he's charging the spirit with love and righteous indignation because he needs that righteous indignation to crush evil. He's not yelling and screaming and worked up all the time, per se. He is directing that. And so when he draws on the Ka, he says Ka Ra, symbolically and with a certain spoken word of God, if you will, to direct that energy, that spirit that comes into the energy through the heart, right? It comes into the heart, through the heart to the hands. The hands draw it to the heart stores it, it flows through the heart on the same level as the strike, quite often, through the hands to the opponent. So what does this mean for the divine order? Well, as we are sparring with this divine energy, one understands that this person is drawing it and conveying it more masterfully. He is the gate. He is the big opening, right? It's like a big opening, and there's little smaller openings, like a funnel, smaller circles going down. Okay, he's the big opening. He is where it starts. He is the way, the truth, and the light, and the life. The true spiritual source of life. Okay. So this also kills the idea of the scientist being the expert in the spiritual world. The martial arts unlock the guardian angel, the Ka above. Above, God has helpers, which are specific to these people based on their ancestors' ability to go to heaven. Now, I know these words can be hurtful, but this is the truth. If you are a righteous person from a long line of righteous people, your ancestors will insist on you doing this way. You know them by their works. If they conform and move with the illusion for the appearance of righteousness, then someone else, somewhere else is helping them, if anything. But they're not of God, and they're not flowing through the sun bow of God. Another way to look at it is the wordplay is telling the truth here. The eye, the perspective, the eye bow, the Ebo, the sun bow. Abba, Father, forefathers, Abba. Maybe this is why it is said in the Bible, the root and the offspring of a warrior king, David, right? The root of his power, the offspring of that power, the root, the spirit, the conveyance of it. The clothing absorbs the heat of the energy, the sweat, the water, etc. Okay? Your inner energy is absorbing the spirit, and the heart is distributing it with the hand drawing it through the sun. So prayer is most effective through the sun. It is like a high intensity, high energy, telephone pole, right? You need more energy, more volume, okay? Bigger hole, more volume coming down, funneling to the heart, and it funnels then to everyone else. So if you can't not defeat him in martial arts combat, in like sparring, he is above you in the order, okay? If they used ill-gotten gains to do so, you should be able to perceive it and reject that order. If you are doing your light contact martial arts in the true spirit of God, you should be able to perceive whether this person is using drugs and treachery to cheat you. Even with mind control at this point, but I don't know how far they'll get with it in the future, which is part of what the Tower of Babel in the Bible is symbolic of, I'd imagine. Okay, so the heart won, okay, no ill-gotten gains. Okay, so you win the heart. Okay, I win a woman by showing her who I really am. Okay, I win her heart with the Spirit of God flowing through me. This is my position in the divine order. Are you that piece that fits? I can't do that if I'm not in my rightful place. Not too high, not too low, and they both relate to ego. If I want to conform and I'm meant to be Pharaoh, then I will accept a place that is lower so I can massage my ego and not be screened out and treated harshly, as the eugenicists explain clearly. That's their plan. We're going to treat them harshly if they don't do it our way. So if I'm Pharaoh, who's going to be treated more harshly than I am for going against the grain? You see what I'm saying? So I win her heart with no ill-gotten gains. The Ka to her heart. The Spirit of God showing me this is my soulmate. The marriages are arranged in heaven. Everything else is illegitimate. Every relationship, every marriage outside the divine order is illegitimate. You see how complex this gets? And no, it shouldn't be my job to go around the world and make sure every marriage is correctly. It flows through God. First they accept me and they follow suit in their rightful place, and they get their rightful place. I would even go as far as to say if other places are missing, you can still find your rightful place. If people who might be better in martial arts or more in the spirit for whatever reason, they're not there, all you need is the Pharaoh. He is the doorman. But for society to function effectively, everyone should be in their rightful place. And an injustice for one is an injustice for all, and the highest injustice is not giving them their rightful place. So you must bear good fruit, the work of your labor, laboring to stay in the Spirit of God, and all that would entail keeping yourself sustained the right way, okay, versus ill-gotten gains, and your child raised to go to the true divine order and to come into the Spirit the right way, and not to pretend to be in the Spirit. This is part of your works, right? Reproduction, raw production. Okay, instead of the key to the heart, right? This is a technology, right? A key. It is the ka to the heart. There is no need for keys, in other words, if everyone's in the Spirit of God. Who's going to steal from you? Who's going to rape and abuse you? We need more security, more guns in a society that is immoral like this one. But in a society where everyone's truly in the true Spirit of God in their rightful place, we don't need that. Mind control will never truly accomplish that. People will always be aware that I want this attractive woman, I want this. There's going to be darkness. Unless they're in their rightful place, truly in the Spirit, there's always going to be crime and darkness. If for nothing else, the people who are controlling everyone else, they're getting everyone else to be complicit with crime and darkness and to coerce women. What is sexual coercion? Look at women's health.gov. Right now it says it includes trickery, social pressure as a form of trickery, corporate pressure, job pressure, exposing your secrets, right? A surveillance state where they gather intel, your secrets, coerce you to get you to fall in line with Satan's order. So the heart, the seat of intelligence, the doorway to God, the ka to the heart. The T is the plus. Let him hear with his heart. The H is the fence. Let them hear with the ear of their heart. I'll leave it there. Thank you.